Hi there, welcome back. So in this particular video, we are going to talk about uh, the Postman UI. We're going to see the request builder section. We are going to see the response section. We are going to see Postman console, not into very much of detail, but because I want to show you the request objects and response objects, so I'll make use of Postman console. All right. So I hope you have already signed up and logged into your Postman app. So let's open that quickly and see what a request builder section is. So this slide though is representing it, but let's move on to the Postman app and see it. So what you have to do is to see that request builder section, right? Again, and don't worry about it. So I'm into my workspace upload, and here the first thing that I'm going to do is create a collection. We'll talk about collection workspaces in detail in the upcoming video, but just to for this particular video, let's focus on the request, the agenda item of this video. All right, so let's create a collection and we call it as dummy collection. So we create that, and let's create a folder inside that. Let's create a folder. We say dummy folder. We can't create. The next thing that we are going to do is inside this folder create a request, and we call this as get request. Right, so in this particular video I'm going to uh, use one of the site which is rec. Let me open that website. So let's go to recres.in. It provides you some fake APIs, good for learning purpose. All right, so let me click on this. So let me pick the URL. So these are public APIs. So you click on that and you click this part. Okay, so this is your request, right? I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that and put into my request section. So what you are seeing here is your request builder section. So there are a lot of sub tabs in here like parameters, authorization, headers, body, pre-request script, test and settings. And you have the send button, a save button to actually save your request. Environment, we'll talk about this, but at this point of time, let's just focus on this is the bare minimum that you have to provide. This is called as the endpoint to access your resource. All right, and this is the method that we are picking. So the method, the http verb in this case is get, and this is your response section. It is currently empty because I have not sent this request. All right, so let me just click on the send button and it is going to display the okay. So okay, good thing. So you have seen this particular problem. Now how to fix this particular, it is saying that disable SSL verification. You can either go to your settings tab, all right, and come here in the general thing, disable this SSL verification because we are not sending the SSL certificate along with this request. All right, all you could do is simply click on that, and again what it will do is it will disable and automatically send the request. As you could see, now you are seeing the response, and if you go to the settings and you see that now it is disabled. All right, so you can pick any way you are comfortable with. All right, so now this is your response section. In this response section, under the body tab, you will see the response being returned to you. All right, and the status is 200. Okay, the time it took to complete the request and the size. All right, so yeah, so this is your request builder section and this is your response section. All right, so here what do you see? You see that I clicked on the new button, and when it is a fresh one, you also see a create new collection in here. So from here you can create your collection, you create your folders. Anytime you see these three dots, just click on that and you will see more options. Okay, So if you run any request now, you see that you see all the requests that you have sent recently, means today in my case. And then if you would keep on using it, you will see more such options. So these are the requests that I've sent today. First time it was failed, then second time I disabled that SSL verification and executed that, so therefore you are seeing it here two times. All right. So you will be working with the collection part again. Here, from here also you can create a new collection. This is how you're organizing thing. You will see that in the upcoming video more on collections. So you're gonna create your collection folder and request. Then you set the request method, provide in the URL. If this is a basic request, you don't need to pass any parameters, authorization, header, body, and anything. Typically we don't send body along with your get request. We send body in your put, post, and patch. All right, you click on the send. In this particular section, we are going to write our test cases. Pre-request script, here we are going to mention things which are required before you send your request. All right, and we'll see that again in detail. But yeah, so this is basically your simple UI of Postman, right? And now this is in here, you see the console thing. All right, just click on that, and again it is giving you the history. Like I mentioned, first time it failed, and second time it executed successfully. I'm just going to clear it out and open it in a separate window. All right, and let's wait for this to come up. Okay, so now it's here. So you use Postman console to do troubleshooting in your um, Postman. All right, so now when you send the request, what you see is in here it will tell you the request that you have sent, from which address it is sent, that the request header that are sent along with your request, the response header. When you get the response back, you also get the headers along with that, and finally the response body. All right, so now let's see. So we have gone through the request builder UI and the response UI. Now it's time to understand the, so I'm going to time to understand the request object and the response object. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use console.log. If you are not aware of this, this is a JavaScript code. So in these two sections, you can write your JavaScript code. So console.log is from JavaScript. So all you have to do is, so PM is the PM Postman object. So in that you have another object which is called as request. So let's do the same thing for now your response, pm.response, and let's see what happens. So I'm just clicking on the sender. Before I do so, let me clear up the previous request from the console and just hit on this. Okay, so you see the response in here. And now let's head back to this, and now you see this is your request object. All right, and this is your response object. And to make it more readable, let me do one more change in here. So I say request object, and same thing in here, but this time it is going to be response object. And you send this. Good, switch back to your console, and now you see this is your request and this is your response object. And let's open this. So you see the protocol was HTTP. Now let's check that. All right, so the protocol was HTTPS. Here is your protocol, right? Then it talks about the path. So you have API user n2. So this is your API users n2. Then you go to the host thing and you see request.in. So this is your host address. This is your host address. All right, so what's next inside this? So there's a header thing, right? So there are 8 headers, as you could clearly see. And let me just open one of that, which is a user agent, right? And let's check that. Here also in on the UI you see 8 objects, and you click on this, you see this is expanded, and here's the user agent, and you see Postman run 7.2.6 and 1. And let's check that in here as well, it's the same. All right, so now your method is get. This is your method from the UI. All right, and the proxy is your network information. All right, so let's now do the same for your response object. And for that, let me just open this. and you see the status is okay. And if you just look at your response thing, yeah, so status is 200, okay, you see status okay, code 200, header 17. Do I have 17 headers? Yes, I have 17 headers. Then uh, this is your data actually. So the type of the data is buffer, all right, and this is how it is being shown in here. But when you see it in the Postman UI, this is what you are going to see. All right, so this is the representation. So request object is the representation of this particular section. So whatever you are sending in your request, you can check the same in the request object, and same way in the response object, whatever is returned to you, you see that on your UI. You can see the same in your response object. All you have to do is, use these two commands. All right, so pm dot request, and so, and you can further extend it. So if you have the basic knowledge of JavaScript, all you have to do is you just click on your URL. So if you want to, let's say you want to access the URL, since this returns an object, so let's see, uh, so I'm doing the URL, and now what do I see in my log, right? So all you see is this. All right, so it returns you whatever is there inside this. All right, so you can play with this more. Just use the member access operator. So this dot here is a member access operator. This is how you can access the properties of an object in JavaScript. All right, so this is for this session.